Are you ready for 2 pages of a history report?
No.
Yes, very much so.
My mission was to describe the similarities between me and the Indian Squanto. So I didn't. Surprisingly, things have changed over the past 400 years. The Indian Squanto and I said that in the correct order, have almost nothing in common, no matter how hard I tried to focus this essay on similarities. So instead, I will show you things such as food. I'll show how things such as food, leisure time, religion, and technology have changed over the past 400 years in the next 5 paragraphs, regardless of how obvious these changes should be, and the fact that I could sum up this whole thing in 2 sentences, which I will do at the end for extra effect. Allow me to state the obvious. To fill our stomachs today is effortless compared to then. Squanto had to either kill or harvest anything he wanted to eat. He then had to smoke the meat and dry fruits and vegetables in order to preserve it all, whereas nowadays we freeze or jar our food for preservation. Most of our food comes pre-made or just needs to be cooked, as I'm sure you didn't know from the common knowledge or all the other essays from every person to take this class. The only real similarities are the food we eat, which we don't even eat the same, so that doesn't work either. I'm sure plenty of people can relate to Squanto with how they go about their leisure, but I'm a video gaming night owl who can't, so let's talk about that instead. In his free time, he could do things such as lacrosse, hunting, and archery practice. I mainly stay inside playing games while the TV provides background noise and cranks up the electricity bill because I'm a horrible person with no concern for other people's money. The outside things I do enjoy is riding my bike and doing stunts. But not only can I no longer do that because of constantly low blood levels, but he couldn't either because bikes don't exist.
Did you fail this?
I got an A. Our religion practices were different too, because I refused to spend more than 15 seconds thinking about each and... What? Oh. Our religion practices were different too, because I refused to spend more than 15 seconds thinking about each introductory sentence. He was not Christian, so I don't even see why an explanation of differences is necessary, but none of this is, so here we go. We both believe in a supreme being, mine being God, his being Yoah, whereas I refer to an entity called the Holy Spirit. He believes in the Great Spirit. As you can clearly see, these two beings are incredibly different. I go to a set place at a set time to worship my God, where he would worship whenever... God damn it. I just lost myself. I go to a set place at a set time to worship my God, where he would worship his whenever and wherever he chose. Or maybe I'm just a bad example of a Christian who only goes to church because he's obligated to as a Christian. Actually, I can barely go to church anymore because of blood counts, so ignore everything I just typed. He worships God and I don't. We've invented things over the past 400 years. Squanto was one of the unlucky few who did not own a smartphone. I do not own a smartphone either. It's okay, Squanto. We can get through this together, buddy. Squanto is dead. He does not care. Squanto did not believe in God. He is in hell. A large portion of work
Wow.
A large portion of work that is finished on a daily basis is online, and the Indians all had terrible internet connection that was 400 years behind, so nobody used it. In conclusion, way of life changes over time, and you didn't need not one... Crap. In conclusion, way of life changes over time, and you didn't need not one, but many high school students to tell you that. As far as I'm concerned, this essay was a waste of my time and yours. Me typing what you're looking for and you searching out a list of things I need to include instead of being legitimately informed by what I took the time out of my day to write up. If you want to test my skill as a writer, let me write what I want. If you want to be informed on something, make me write a report on it. If you want to add extra grade to your book, give me an A and let me focus my time on catching up with all my other work. Thank you. 2 sentences to sum this up. Food is much more accessible with better methods of preservation. Technology has advanced to give us more enjoyment and make much more work be capable in a shorter amount of time.
That is the most amazing essay I've ever heard in my entire life.
P.S. I'm not mad at you as a teacher, and this essay is not to be mean. This is just my personality.
I can see where you're coming from.